It's LightSpeed Quiz, it's the 8th one, 2/3 of the way through 2019. We're at Stockton. And Michael McPartland, out in front, I think we get 88 points overall. It helps when he turns up every week, doesn't it? The betting today...
Because 3 weeks out of 12 would be a quiz.
The betting today is Michael McPartland, that's what his favourite to win. It's closely followed by Ashton, who's been on a rich vein of form but missed the last one. Asking questions today, we have Tony Norman.
Tony, it's music, yeah?
Yep.
In the lyrics of the Johnny Cash song, A Thing Called Love, 6'6", he stood on the ground. How much did he weigh? Right, Steve Kidd is first.
135 pounds.
Incorrect. Michael.
300 pounds.
Incorrect. Beam.
280 pounds.
Incorrect. Ashton.
275 pounds.
Incorrect. Mike Lees.
270.
No. Simon.
250 pounds.
No.
Can I have another go?
Lee.
280 pounds.
No. I thought this was easy. Steve Lacey.
240.
240. You're the nearest.
Oh!
Is that it? You've all had a go.
241.
Sorry about that. Wrong. Has everybody had a go now?
245.
Incorrect.
It's 235.
No, but you're close.
How much did I know?
Hang on.
I'm in tin.
Oh,
238.
No. You've definitely all had a go now.
yeah.
235 pounds.
Yeah, that's why I said 135, because it's in the
Yes,
minute.
you got the 100 out. Question number 2. In musical notation, which word describes a continuous slide upwards or down? Steve Kidd?
Glissando.
Correct. Glissandos. Need a mark?
Sex Panther.
You set?
Yeah, go on then. You got it right, so that's okay. Question number 3. Okay? This singer was born on September the 21st, 1972 at Burnage, Manchester. He has the real forenames William John Paul. Tony Richardson.
William Gallagher.
Correct.
Karma dictates you win.
Okay? Well done. Question number 4. What was the only top 10 hit in the 1970s for Lulu?
Steve Kidd.
Steve Kidd.
Who's on the world?
Yeah.
Correct.
Sex Panther.
Question number 5. With 27, which singer has won the most Grammys for a shit?
Leave the points away.
Ashton.
Ashton.
Awesome cars.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Oh!
For a female.
Yes. That
Indeed, we
would
said
be a
female.
medical matter.
I didn't get female out. Well, I never do. Already, question number 6. Which musical features the songs Funny Honey, Mr. Cellophane?
Michael.
Chicago.
Chicago's correct.
Homing in on the title.
2 points for Mike. Question number 7. Although the recordings were made in 1963, both directions at once, the lost album, was released in 2018, are the works of which jazz musician?
Steve Kidd.
Steve Kidd.
John Coltrane will start the list.
Correct.
Yeah. I said you'd be the third one to come in.
That was me.
Sex Panther.
That was me jazz one. Question number 8. Music. This singer was born in Mechanicsville, Virginia in 1977. His surname derives from the Slovak word for frost. His debut studio album in 2002 was Waiting for My Rocket to Come. His first top 10 hit single, I'm Yours,
Mike Lee.
Mike Lee,
Jason Mraz.
Yeah.
Raz. And you know that was Slovak for Frost. You could have got that.
That was in the chart for like 100
That's
A long
me.
time.
weeks, wasn't it?
That's nice.
Mike, well done. Which Mike are you?
L.
Jammy bastard.
Jamming Bastard. Question number 9. Which rock and roll classic contains these lines? I learned to love all of the Hollywood money. You came along and moved me, honey.
Steve Kidd.
Steve Kidd.
Great balls of fire.
Yeah.
Correct.
Sex Panther.
Right. Question number 10. This called a musical year. You have to tell me what year these all happened. You get nice and difficult to start. Question 10. This year, Jerry Rafferty released the album Sleepwalking. Second part, The Fall released their first album, X-Induction Hour.
Oh,
Tony
Tony
Richardson.
Richardson.
1977.
Incorrect. 20 left, so...
Serenity is the key.
Third part of this pop year is David Jacobs presents the first official Brit Awards. Question 4. Madness have their only...
Mike Lee.
Mike
Further
Lee.
else, 1979.
Oh, incorrect. Have their own... Right, sorry.
Hang on a minute, hang on a minute.
Oh, the smart
Hang on a minute, hang on.
Michael.
78?
No.
Incorrect.
Let me do this.
Foolish boy.
Oh, no.
Simon.
You king, you're right.
Right,
Ding dong. You're wrong.
1981.
No.
A horse. A horse.
Christine.
I for a horse.
1982?
Correct.
Really?
The Ringmeister strikes.
One of these.
1982.
Yeah?
When you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready now.
Right, reset. Question 11, Tony.
Okay. This song was the first #1 produced by George Martin. It was written by Walter Donaldson and originally recorded by Guy Lombardo and his Royal Canadians in 1930. The lead vocalist, Whispering Paul McDowell, sang through a megaphone. And contrary to their name, there were actually 9 members of the band.
You're driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Correct. You're driving me crazy.
10%. That was quite late for George Martin. That was like the early 60s, wasn't it?
What?
You're driving me crazy.
It was 1960.
Yeah? I thought George Martin was playing before then.
He was winning about #1.
Yeah. Okay.
His first #1.
Right, reset. Question 12.
Like an enormous yes.
Okay, this band were originally called Tontrix, and they signed to Jive Records after changing their name. Their debut single, Telecommunication 1981, became an underground dance hit in the USA. Their first single to enter the UK charts, I Ran, made only #1. I thought you were in there.
Steve Kidd.
What was it?
Correct. What was on you?
Sex Panther.
Okay. Formed in 1994 in East Berlin, this confrontational rock band first came to international prominence when filmed at.
Mike L.
Rammstein.
That's right. That's it. Okay. Question
Jammy
4.
bastard.
Yeah, Jammy Back. That's it, is it?
I'm
Yeah.
happy I didn't pick that.
Okay. Question 4. This opera is set in Gaul during the Roman occupation. The Roman proconsul Polione has abandoned the eponymous Druid high priestess, by whom he has 2 sons.
Mike
Norman.
No,
Correct.
yeah.
That's right, knowledge.
Right? Question 15.
Already.
In the mid-1960s, the lead singer of this band formed a band to play Rolling Stones covers. The group had various names, but when they chose the Nas, they discovered that Todd Rundgren had a band of the same name. The lead singer appeared in the film Diary of a Mad Housewife, and the band were part of the Toronto Rock and Roll Festival in 1969 with John Lennon, Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry and other rock and roll legends. Also in 1969, the band was signed by Frank Zappa to his Straight Records label, recording 2 albums, Pretty's For You and Easy Action. After moving to Warner Brothers,
MC5.
no.
Flaming Groovy. Flaming Groovy.
So, minus a minute.
It smells like Bigfoot's dick.
Somebody else?
No.
Deprivation is for me what daffodils were for Wordsworth.
After moving to Warner Brothers, they had their first US chart hit with I'm 18. Other hits, yeah, I thought we were on there. Other hits by the band include Poison, Hey Stupid, Elected, what's me in?
Yeah, it's Ashton, yeah.
Alice Cooper.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
Alice Cooper.
That would be an ecumenical matter.
Okay, I hope someone gets this quick because it goes on for a hell of a long time. Okay, question 16. This musician was born in Cherrow, South Carolina in 1917. He began playing trombone at the age of 12, and a year or so later he took up the trumpet. In 1937 he was hired for a European tour by Teddy Hill, in whose band he succeeded his idol, Roy Eldridge. When Hill folded his band, this musician joined the Cab Calloway band, which was then riding high in popular esteem. While with Calloway, he began to experiment with phrasing that was out of character with what was until this time accepted jazz trumpet parlance. After leaving Calloway, he formed his own big band, which enjoyed only limited commercial success, but which was musically an early peaking of the concept of big band bebop. He also began playing and recording regularly with Charlie Parker in a quintet that the two men co-led. In the history of the development of jazz trumpet, his place is ranked second only to that of Louis Armstrong. In 1993, he died of pancreatic cancer.
Ashton.
Miles Davis.
No.
Don't tell me I'm still on that fecking island.
In 1993, he died of pancreatic cancer at the age of 75.
5.
Is he a list?
Correct. I'm going to give you his real.
Like an enormous
The giveaway
yes.
was John Burke's. John's going next.
5, yeah.
Okay, I'll see if anybody. Right.
That was a nice Mandic side. I wondered that was like.
Well, I guess we
Well
have a
done.
chance to come in. I know it. The lead singer, this is another one. The lead singer and drummer of this band met during a school trip to Alton Towers. All 5 members of the band lived within 2 miles of each other while growing up. Upon forming the band, they gained a rehearsal space. Upon reforming the band, they gained a rehearsal space in the bass player's grandfather's scaffolding yard. This scaffolding yard is the location featured on the cover of their debut album. The band take their name from a public house at the corner of Bramall Lane and Buxton Road in Stockport.
No.
Lee.
No, Spiral Cat.
Ashton.
The new phase.
Blossoms.
Yeah,
Blossoms.
Yes.
I just wondered
Yes.
where
the
they were.
best band of the
That would be an ecumenical matter.
Ashton. Blossoms.
Okay, right. Question 18. This singer was born on October the 10th, 1959. She was signed to Stiff Records as a 16-year-old after they heard her singing with a punk outfit, the Drug Addicts. Her first single failed to chart, although it later reached number 2 in the charts when recorded by a different singer. After moving to Polydor Records, she had her first UK Top 20 hit single in 1981. In 1984, she married producer Steve Lillywhite, and in the same year,
Steve Lacey.
Kirsten McCall, yeah.
Kirsten McCall's correct.
Scotland the Brave.
Right, question 9. Who wrote the following classical pieces of music? 1867, Fantasy on Serbian Themes. 1867, Sadko. 1887, Capriccio Espagnol. 1888, Russian Easter Festival Model.
Simon.
Tchaikovsky.
No.
Incorrect.
Clyde?
5. Rimsky. Korsakov.
Like an enormous yes.
Right. Question
I'm
10, 20.
A horse, my kingdom for a horse.
Question 20. This singer was born in County Kildare in 1973. His first recording contract was with Polygram Records in 1997 as part of the indie rock band Juniper. After moderate success with a couple of single releases, a projected album founded because of record company politics. He left the band in 1999 to tour Europe and refocus. After returning to Ireland, he recorded a basic demo in the hope of attracting some backing to launch a solo career. The funding for his debut album was provided by his second cousin, the soundtrack composer David Arnold. Arnold also produced his debut album, which featured Lisa Hannigan on vocals and Vivian Long on cello.
Steve Lacey.
David Rice?
Yeah, Lisa Hannigan.
I thought Lisa Hannigan might give us someone.
Scotland the Brave.
Best sex ever, moving right along. Steve, give 9.
Yeah, are you giving the score or anything?
Yeah, you can have a score if you like. Steve Lacey 4, Michael McPartland 3. You notice I'm saying, I'm talking now. Ashton Davis 5, Clive Dillon 5, the rest. Michael McPartland, Mike Lee 3 apiece, Tiffany 2. I did well. Carry on.
Second round, art and literature.
Come on, Clive.
Right, Tom. Question 1, art and literature. This famous work was completed on October the 12th, 1931 by the French sculptor Paul Landowski. It stands up. 5.
It's the real Christ.
Yeah, in Christ the Redeemer, I guess.
Like an enormous yes.
Yep. Question 2.
Hang on, I need to read it.
Oh, sorry,
Sorry, it's our
It's
fault.
my fault.
One job.
It's Tony's fault.
It's my fault.
You're on that.
All right.
Yeah.
Question number 2. In Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, which two people are killed by Romeo? Michael.
Oh.
No, that's wrong.
Tybalt and... Wow. Forgot the other
No,
one.
have you finished the question?
Himself.
No.
Have you finished the question?
No. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Oh, what about
You're okay, Mike.
Michael.
Tybalt have been taken away.
Is it me now?
Yeah.
Tybalt in Paris.
Tybalt in Paris.
Still Paris. Yeah.
You did. Question 3 on art and literature. A familiar sight on the streets of the UK, Malta, Bermuda, Gibraltar. Which architect designed the famous red telephone? Ashton.
Gilbert Scott.
Say
Gilbert
it.
Scott.
Yes. Giles Gilbert.
Yes. Yes.
Correct.
That would be an ecumenical matter.
Would it? Question number 4. Which celebrity wrote the following books? Wishful Drinking, Delusions of Grandma, Surrender the Pink, and Postcards from the Edge. Ashton again. Harry Fisher.
I thought someone would be on Surrender the Pink.
Yeah.
Yes.
Question number 5. Which Pulitzer Prize winning photographer is famous for his 1972 photograph of Napalm Girl and Nick
Tony Richardson.
McCool?
Incorrect. I hadn't finished. A naked
Serenity is the key.
9-year-old Vietnamese girl.
Oh.
Finished.
Michael?
Carter.
No.
No.
Ashton?
Doesn't matter what Teddy said, McCarthy.
No, it's
Amit?
Foreman.
no.
No.
No good. If you don't know it, it's called Nick Ut. U-T.
You were going through the same as I was, Clark, when you asked me.
Nick Ut.
Wouldn't come.
Okay?
Yep.
Another literature. Which former politician has written the following books? A Woman's Place, She's Leaving Home, and a Parliamentary...
Michael?
Curry.
Edwina Curry's correct.
Homing in on the title.
Classic Solomon.
Question number 7. This painting, it's a work of 1785. Its official name is entitled Mr. and Mrs. William Hallett. It is by Thomas Gainsborough. What name is...
Michael?
Mr. and Mrs. Andrews.
No.
So we give you the names.
Michael.
Me?
Blue.
Ding dong,
No.
you're wrong.
No.
These are
The
these
newly
Tasman
players.
Gates.
There's more to it. I said it's by
That's
Thomas...
two people, Nick, there.
Yeah. It is by Thomas Gainsborough. What is it popularly known as?
Steve Kidd?
Like the swing or something like that.
No.
Clive?
Morning walk?
Yeah.
Correct. The morning walk.
Like an enormous yes.
Question number 8. What is the only football team mentioned in the Harry Potter book?
Clive?
West Ham United, yeah.
We backed on Michael getting that one.
Like an enormous yes.
Steve Thomas's favourite team.
Question number 9. Which book has the opening lines? You better not tell nobody.
Ashton?
Their eyes are watching God.
Amit?
Don't tell me I'm still on that fecking island.
Steve Lacey?
Hang on, let me take him first.
Oh, I see.
Bullshit.
Right, next.
Steve Lacey?
Kill them up a bit.
No.
There's Steve Lacey.
Southern Jesse.
Repeat it again.
Yes, possible. Right, can I carry on?
That's 3.
Which book has the opening lines? You better not tell nobody but God. It'd kill you on
Michael?
Colour purple.
Correct. Colour purple.
Johnny bastard.
My last question. Question number 10. In which Scottish castle was Duncan murdered by Macbeth? Ashton.
Thompson, eh?
No. What?
No, sorry, no, it's not his. Sorry. Crispine?
Stirling Castle.
No.
No.
Lee?
Alarms.
No.
No.
Steve Kidd?
Ellen Dunham.
No.
No.
Michael?
Lamrick.
No. Michael?
Scoon.
No.
No.
Tony Richardson?
Cordo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Famous Cordo.
Famous photo.
Karma dictates you win.
Woods wasn't
I'm
his.
going to say Skull.
Question 11. Who designed the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio?
Mike L.
Shit.
No.
Mother.
Frank Lloyd Wright, no, it's not it.
No.
Forgot.
Clive?
Ding dong, you're wrong.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Clive.
Yeah.
Like an enormous yes.
Okay, I need to be specific on this, right? Okay. Where specifically was the Turner Prize held outside London for the first time back in 2007?
Tony Richards.
Sage Gateshead.
No.
Michael.
The Baltic Flower Mill.
No.
Anyone else?
Simon.
Tresco, Wales of Surrey.
No.
No.
Clive?
Londonderry.
No.
Bean.
Spain?
Liverpool. Liverpool Guildhall.
No.
Everyone in now.
Steve Kidd?
Liverpool Day.
Liverpool.
Ted.
You did it all.
Yeah, look at it again for me.
Ted.
Well done, Chris, you just give everyone one.
Ted Liverpool.
Okay, question 13. What creatures are featured in the Damien Hirst painting because I can't have you, I want you?
Steve Kidd.
Cows.
No.
Incorrect.
Michael.
Pixies.
No.
Amit.
Creatures.
Butterflies.
Sorry?
Butterflies.
No.
Ashton.
Bees.
No.
Butterflies.
Simon?
Bats.
No.
Bean.
Crispine?
Frogs.
No.
Steve
Lacey?
Cats.
No. Tony Richardson?
Rats.
No. Michael?
Lions.
No. Lee?
Monkeys.
No. Clive?
Sheep.
No.
Fly.
I thought someone might have guessed it just out of the thing about process of elimination. Fish. Question 14. This writer was born and brought up in London, although he spent 2 years as a child in Italy and France. His first job was as a clerk to the firm of tea merchants, Antrobus and Company. His first story, The Last Stage Coachman, was published in the Illuminated magazine in 1843. In 1844, he travelled to Paris, and in the same year wrote his first novel, Iolani, or Tahiti, as it was, a romance, which was rejected and never published in his lifetime. In 1846, he entered Lincoln's Inn to study law. He was called to the bar in 1851.
Tony Richardson.
Troll.
No.
Serenity is the key.
So he was called to the bar in 1851, and although he never formally practiced, he used his legal knowledge in many of his novels. An instrumental event.
Ashton.
Wilkie Collins?
Lucky Collins, yeah.
Yes.
Collins.
Okay, question 5. This artist was the son of a middle-class silk worker who later became an art dealer. After his father's death in 1652, he took over the operation of the family's art business. In 1653, he married a Catholic girl, Caterina Bolnes, and converted to Catholicism. It is unclear who he served his apprenticeship with, although there has been speculation that he trained under Abraham Blomart or Carl Fabricius. In 1675, he died after a short illness. In the 20th century, he was the subject of major forgery scandal.
Ashton.
Lemire?
Lemire.
Was it the
Yeah.
Lemire.
Yes.
Okay. This novel, first published in 1953, is divided into 3 parts. The first 2 parts are called The Hearth and the Salamander and In the Sieve and the Sand. The lead character's neighbour, the 16-year-old Clarissa McClellan, disappears without any explanation a few days after meeting the main character. The main character's wife, Millie, is addicted to sleeping pills and ultimately betrays her husband for scaring her friends away by reading
Steve Kidd.
Go on, guess.
Go on, guys.
And the main character's wife, Millie, is addicted to sleeping pills and ultimately betrays her husband for scaring her friends away by reading Dover Beach to them. The main character's boss is Captain Beatty, who he kills with a flamethrower for trying to force him to burn down his house. The main protagonist of this novel is Guy Montag, who is a fireman.
Michael.
49451.
Yeah, I thought someone would get before that. Question. Okay,
Johnny Bastard.
question 18. This statue was designed in 1618 by Hieronymus de Quesnay. This statue was sometimes given a nickname. What's the name?
Sorry, Michael.
Mannequin piss.
You're done, yeah?
Taking the mannequin. Yeah.
Right.
Honing in on the
That's the
title.
one thing I know about that man.
I thought the day of my puppy looks, I didn't realise it was that old.
No, right.
I've jumped from that fountain. Oh,
19. This artist was presented with the Turner Prize by Yoko Ono. She was nominated for a solo she was nominated for her solo exhibitions at Kunsthal, Bâle and Greengrass in London.
Michael.
White Reed.
No. Simon?
Tracy Emin.
No.
Michael.
Oh, it's bloody woman is dead. Hadid?
No.
No.
Lee?
Lee.
No.
Ashton?
Ashton.
I'm a white female.
Tony Richardson. Bean.
Smith.
No.
Steve Kidd.
Philomena John Huerta.
No.
Damn it.
Gillian Green.
No.
Oh, that's it.
At least you give us one who's actually won, didn't you?
That's what I guess.
Yeah.
Live.
Apps.
Yeah. Tom Arts. But the German bit might be good. There's only about 3 or 4 women who won it until recently.
Like an enormous yes.
Hate when you do that, Colin. Well, throw away answer.
Okay, last question, question 20. The original illustrator of this character was the Dutch artist Van der Beek. Until his death in I'll start again. The original illustrator of this character was the Dutch artist Van der Beek until his death in 1953, when he was replaced by another Dutch artist, Peter Vienck. This character was made by a wood carver in a toy store, but ran away after the man began to make a wooden lion, which scared him. After he ran away, he wandered through the woods with no money or clothes and met a friendly gnome who took him to live with him in his town and provided him with clothes and a house. However, the citizens of this town were not happy to accept him as they thought he was an ornament rather than a toy. After being put on trial, the court decides he is a toy, but he still has to prove he's a good toy. The judge accepts that he is good after a dog tells the court that he saved her. Sorry. Okay. The judge accepts that he is good after a dog tells the court that he saved a little girl from a lion, and he's allowed to stay in Toyland.
Michael.
Nice. Yeah. Straight away, bro.
I'll save the best till last.
Wow.
Right, that's
Jammy bastard.
two finished.
So, at the end of that particular round, a lot of people kind of on the ones, minus ones, a lot of minus ones, 3 minus ones, Steve, Lee, Nabbit, Steve Lacey. So I'm Tony neutral. Let's get to the business end of things, shall we? Mike Leeds 4, Michael McPartland 6, Ashton Davis 7, and Clive Dunning 10. Don't forget to tune in next week when it will be history and visual, I hope. Thank you for watching. Come along and join us if you ever get the chance. Key in LightSpeed Quiz, look it up, and smell the roses.